Alright, here we go with today's video. Actually, it's going to be the second video of today, in case you guys don't know. Because I missed two videos the other day, I'm going to probably be posting two videos today just for you guys. Because I missed a couple of days of posting. I want to make it up to you guys, so here we go. Here's another video for you guys. If you guys don't know, we're doing a playoffs prediction type tree video thing. So basically we're just going to run through here and see who will win. As you guys can also see, we're also in Microsoft Paint because it's just easier just to scribble over it and stuff. So that's basically why we're in Paint. I know that the playoffs have started. When I'm recording this, they have started. So some of these may be a little bit biased, but I'm going to pretend as if nothing started and yeah, I'm just going to do my predictions. That's basically about it. So, we'll start off in the Eastern Conference, because I think the East is very, very tight. Sure, the West is tight, but it's probably not as tight as the Eastern Conference. We'll start off with this Bucks and Magic matchup. I think the Bucks will win it in probably about 5 games. I think the Magic are very good. They did miss out on, they have lost Jonathan Isaac, who I think was a very, very key part of their team, especially on defense. Very key part of their team. But I think the Bucks with Giannis, Chris Middleton, even though Giannis is missing out on one game, the Bucks are still too strong, too deep for the Magic, and I think the Bucks will win it in 5. So I'm just going to say 5, put a 5 there. And that number there, by the way, is just going to be how many games I think the series will go for. Now, we go to the 2 versus 7th seed. I think the Raptors will take the game. Raptors over the Nets. It'll probably take, I want to say 5 games, but if Karis LeVert plays like he... No, it's going to be 5 games. It's going to be 5 games the Raptors are going to win in. 5 games to the versus the Nets. The Nets are a good young team, but without their key like 5 players, they don't have 5 players in the bubble. KD, Kyrie, DeAndre Jordan. They have a whole lot of people out. I think next season the Nets are really going to be very, very good. But this season, I think they were kind of lucky they made the 7th seed in the playoffs. But I think the Raptors are just too good for them, and they'll beat them in 5 games. Now, the 3 versus 6th seed. This is probably one of the most interesting series in the first round. I think, personally, I think the Celtics will, it depends on how Joel Embiid plays, because there's no Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons would probably take the matchup of Jason Tatum on defense, and now there's just no one there for the Sixers that could probably take on Tatum. Sure, there's Matisse Thybulle, but I think, yeah, I prefer Ben Simmons on him than Matisse Thybulle. But I think the Celtics here would win in, I'm gonna say 7 games. I reckon this series has a potential to go to 7 games. I think that the Celtics they're just deeper, much better. Unless Joel Embiid puts up 40 every single game, I don't think the 76ers have enough firepower to keep up with the Celtics. Now, another very, very interesting series is the Heat and Pacers matchup. Again, this is going to be a very close series, and I can see it going to 7 games. I just think the Heat will probably win it in, I'm going to say 6 games. I'm going to say 6 games to the Heat, just because they have Jimmy Butler. They're both of these teams are very good defensive and team basketball playing. I like how both these teams play. I just give the slight edge, because the Pacers don't have Sabonis. I think I give the slight edge to the Miami Heat. Now, Lakers versus Trailblazers. This series has the potential to go to 7 games. Only thing that I have, and if you haven't, go check out my rebuild on the Portland Trailblazers. I went into it much, much more. I tried to make the team much better. Is the Blazers defense. That's the only worry that I have. The Blazers are ranked, bottom 5 in defense this year. I think they're offensively, they're a very talented team. One of the best offensive teams in the league. It's just their defense is not the greatest. I'm going to go with the Lakers I want to say 7 games, but I know it's the Lakers, and LeBron James and AD are probably going to kick it in. I'm going to say 6 games to the Los Angeles Lakers. The Trailblazers has the potential to come through and beat the Lakers, but I don't see that happening. AD and LeBron, who on the Portland Trailblazers are going to guard LeBron? I don't know who could do that. Now, Clippers Mavericks. I'm going to say the Clippers. Because Kawhi, PG, you know. Luka and Kristaps are cool. They're making their first playoff appearance as a duo. That's very nice to see. They're a nice young team. I just think the Clippers will probably win this in 6 games. Luka and Kristaps, they're nice, but they've still got a lot of development to do. I think it will be a good series, but I think Kawhi and PG just have a little bit more experience, and they will get the job done in 6 games. Nuggets and Jazz. See, there's a lot of different variables here, because if the Nuggets play really well, it's going to be game over. It's 6 games maximum. But if the Jazz are playing very, very well, they could also come out and take the dub as well. So I'm going to give the slight edge to the Nuggets, only because they've got Nikola Jokic. I mean, sure, the Jazz have got Donovan Mitchell. I mean, they do have Gobert, who could not the greatest at guarding. Yeah, okay, I'm going to give the slight edge to the Nuggets, and I'm going to go 7 games. This series could go 7 games for sure. Donovan Mitchell, in the Utah Jazz could easily upset the Denver Nuggets here with Jokic and Jamal Murray. The big thing is Jamal Murray, if he plays well for the Nuggets. If Michael Porter Jr. can come out for the Nuggets and start bowling, scoring like crazy, the Nuggets should have it in the bag. But I'm just going to say if they both are average, both teams are average, I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets in 7 games. Now, another one of these very, very interesting matchups in the first round is the Rockets and the Thunder. Westbrook and Harden taking on Chris Paul and Shai Gilgeous on the Thunder. Firepower-wise, I'm going to go the Houston Rockets. Just saying. I'm going to go the Houston Rockets versus the Thunder. I think it could probably go to 7 games. I just don't think the Thunder have a lot of experience, as much experience as the Rockets do. The Rockets are a veteran team, very gifted offensively. They even brought it up on defense lately as well. So I'm going to go with the Rockets in 6 games. It's going to be a close series. It has the potential to go to 7 games and even the Thunder winning it. I just don't think the Thunder have the experience or the legs to get past the Rockets. Fast pace. So we'll start off in the East again. We'll go with this matchup here, the Bucks and Heat matchup. I think the Heat definitely have the potential to beat the Bucks. It's just Giannis will be back in full swing unless someone gets injured. Chris Middleton, everything like that. I think the Bucks would probably win this in, I'm gonna say 6 games. I'm gonna go 6 games. I think 6 games for the Bucks is fair enough. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo. Bam could potentially guard Giannis, but I think Giannis is gonna come out very strong and just beat up the Heat. I think that's what's gonna probably happen. The Raptors and Celtics matchup. Again, going to be a very close series. Siakam, Tatum. I'm trying to think of a mismatch like Kemba, Kyle Lowry. That's very good. Not Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown, who can guard Norman Powell. Yeah, so this is going to be a very good matchup. The problem is, I'm going to go Raptors. I'm going Raptors in, I'm going to say 7 games. I think this is going to be a very close series. Again, Celtics would probably have the potential to come out and just upset the Raptors for sure. I just don't see that happening. I think the Raptors, because they're fresh off a championship, man, they've got that experience where the Celtics don't. The Celtics are kind of young. Sure, they've got Kemba Walker and stuff, but I think the Raptors have a lot more experience on how to get through. Even though they don't have Kawhi, Pascal Siakam has stepped up his game lately, and I think the Raptors would take it in 7 games. Over to the Western Conference now. We're going to take on this Lakers and Rockets matchup here, and I think this is going to be a close series. I just don't think there's anyone that can guard AD on the Rockets. It hurts deep down inside, considering I'm a Rockets fan. Hurts deep down, but even into my soul, I don't think there's anyone that can really guard Anthony Davis on the Rockets. Surely you've got PJ Tucker and you can rotate it around, but Anthony Davis is what, 6'11"? We've got no one over 6'9" on our team who can guard him. I just don't see anyone on Houston guarding Anthony Davis in a 7-game series. Sure, they won in the bubble, beat the Lakers in the bubble, but that was fresh off of in the bubble, you know. I do see the Lakers beating the Rockets, which is upsetting, but I think it's going to be the Lakers in probably, I'm going to say 6 games. I think the Rockets, sure, they've got James Harden and Westbrook, but you know what? I'm going to change it. I'm going to say the Lakers in 7 games. I'm going to say Lakers in 7 games. Just to have a slight hunch, because I did think about it then. I was like, James Harden, who's going to guard James Harden? Sure, you got Danny Green, but I don't think Danny Green is able to keep up with him anymore. And you've got Avery Bradley's not even in the bubble. Yeah, who's going to guard James Harden? Probably LeBron. But then who's going to guard Westbrook? See, there's a big gap there. You don't know what's going to go on. Now, for this final second round matchup, it is going to be the Nuggets versus the Clippers, and I'm gonna go Clippers, man. I'm going the Clippers for sure. Nuggets Clippers. It's going to be, I'm saying 5 games. This is going to be one of the easiest series for the Clippers here. I think the Nuggets probably going to be a bit of worse of a matchup than the Mavericks. I just think that Kawhi and PG are just too strong, man. Just too strong. It's going to be an easy series for the Clippers. So here we go. We've got the Western and Eastern Conference Finals. We've got the Lakers and Clippers in the West, and the Bucks and Raptors in the East. We're going to start off with the East. I see, again, close series. I'm going to say 7 games to probably, I'm going to say the Bucks. I'm going to say the Bucks. Bucks here are going to beat the Raptors. Giannis, Chris Middleton, I just see the Bucks. They're clicking this year. They've got the best record. The Raptors don't have Kawhi. They've got Siakam. I just don't see Siakam being able to keep up with Giannis. Unless something crazy happens like injuries and stuff, I don't see the Raptors beating the Bucks. It's going to be a close series, but deep down, I'm like, nah, I don't see the Raptors just don't have enough to keep up with the Bucks. So I'm going to say the Bucks to the NBA Finals. And I'm going to say, it's going to be no, you know what? I'm going 6 games, and I'm going to the Clippers. I'm going to the Clippers and Bucks NBA Finals here. I think the Lakers and the Clippers, they do match up well. The only problem for the Clippers is Anthony Davis, but they've got Montrezl Harrell, Zubac. They've got enough big men to even guard bloody Anthony Davis. So I think the Lakers and Clippers will be probably a worse matchup than the Bucks and Raptors. I think the Clippers will come out on top versus the Lakers in 6 games. Just what I think. They're just a little bit deeper. The Clippers are deeper. I think they click a little bit better. That's just my opinion, all that. But NBA Finals time. Now, Clippers and Bucks. See, we got Kawhi and Giannis here. We've seen what Kawhi can do against Giannis. Just lock him down. We've seen that. And he's also added Paul George, Marcus Morris, Montrezl Harrell. Oh, Trez isn't even in the bubble, is he? Montrezl Harrell should be back for the playoffs. I just realized. So yeah, it's no good. No problem there. So I think the Clippers will probably have the slight edge on the Bucks. I would like to see Giannis win his ring, but I have a feeling that it's going to be the Clippers that are going to get the upper hand on the Bucks. I think, yeah, that's just what I think anyway. I think the Clippers are just a bit stronger than the Bucks, a bit deeper. The Bucks, sure, they have Eric Bledsoe and stuff, but Kawhi and PG, that is a deadly duo, and I just can't see the Bucks keeping up with them. Just because the perimeter threat from the Clippers are much better than the Bucks. That's just my opinion. I think the series would probably go to 6 games. I think it would only be a 6-game series. I don't see the Clippers allowing the Bucks to win 3 games on them, but that's just my opinion anyway. So here's my NBA bracket. If you guys were wondering, I'll zoom out here for you guys. So if you guys were wondering, here's my NBA bracket. Okay, just quick run through. From the East, I have the Bucks beating the Magic, the Heat beating the Pacers, the Celtics beating the Sixers, and the Raptors beating the Nets. Then we have, in the East, we have the Lakers beating the Blazers, the Rockets beating the Thunder, the Nuggets beating the Jazz, and the Clippers beating the Mavericks. I then also see, in second round, I have the Bucks and Heat, so I think the Bucks would beat the Heat and the Raptors would beat the Celtics. And then in the West, I have the Clippers beating the Nuggets and the Lakers beating the Rockets. Through to the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. The Eastern Conference, the Bucks and Raptors, I have the Bucks winning in 7, and then through the West, I have Lakers and Clippers, and I have the Clippers winning in 6 games. Bucks Clippers championship games, I have the Clippers winning in 6 games for the NBA title. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this type of video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you think I have it right or a bit wrong, what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. I'm quite happy to listen to you guys, what you guys have got to offer, and I love going through reading what you guys have to say. So hopefully you guys all have enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're trying to hit 3,000 subscribers, so it'll be absolutely amazing if you guys could go down there, hit that red button, and show us some support. We're trying to hit 3,000 by the end of the year, and we could really use your help, so please go down there, hit that red button. But that's going to do it, guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.